To that breaking news, a plane has made an emergency landing here in Nashville overnight, the result of an unruly passenger. Now, we're told a drunken passenger was yelling loudly in Arabic and demanded the plane force the emergency landing. This was a United Express flight from Cincinnati en route to Houston, but the pilot made the emergency landing here in Nashville. Airport police arrested 26-year-old Mohammed Nasser Al-Asiri. Flight attendants say Al-Asiri was drunk and out of control. He broke a bathroom door on board and then scared passengers when he started speaking very loudly in Arabic. He is booked on disorderly conduct and public drunkenness charges. Also breaking this morning, police blocked the streets of downtown Nashville as they search for suspected armed robbers overnight. If you were in the downtown area, you know it was difficult to get around. News Channel 5's Dan Kennedy joins us live from downtown Nashville with more. And Dan, we know they were able actually to get one person in custody. Is that right?
Yeah, you're right, Amy. They had a lot of streets blocked around the state capitol area down on Rosa L. Parks Boulevard early this morning, about 3 o'clock. I know you ran into it, as did a lot of us, as we were on our way into work this morning. And police, by doing so, were able to track down one person. This is video our photojournalist Jordan Powell shot as he was there as police had their flashlights and guns drawn, searching through some of those bushes. And that's where they found one suspect who they believe is connected to some of these armed robberies overnight. You also see that they found a wad of cash not far away in a storm drain. So they took that in as evidence and they transported that man, took him into custody to the North Precinct where he remains in questioning. Just before that, police responded to the Shell station on Charlotte Avenue and 22nd Avenue North on reports of an armed robbery. They say two suspects had a shotgun, demanded cash from the clerk. Clerk gave them cash and they ran away. Just 2 miles down the road and an hour prior to that, police responded to the Shell on Alabama Avenue where pretty much the same thing happened. Police say two men walked in with a shotgun, demanded money, but in this case, the clerk locked himself in the back room, so they didn't get any cash there, but they did steal some cigarettes. Back out here live this morning on Charlotte Avenue and 22nd Avenue North, this Shell station is back open, customers going in and out. Police are now looking at these surveillance cameras. They've got the footage. They're back at the precinct trying to determine who the other suspect might be. They have, again, one in custody, but they're still searching for at least one other person. We told you about these two gas station robberies, but then there were also 3 other robberies last night. Between the hours of 10 and 11, a Family Dollar was robbed, a Holiday Inn Express was robbed, and they tried to rob a Sonic but were unsuccessful because the doors were locked. So police trying to solve not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 robberies overnight, and they have one man in custody but still looking for others. Reporting live this morning at the Shell in Midtown, Dan Kennedy, News Channel 5.
Thank you, Dan. Breaking news now. Police had to taser a man who led them on a 2-county chase early this morning in Mount Juliet. The police there say they first tried to stop the driver on South Mount Juliet Road on Central Pike, but then he drove away. The chase continued through Mount View Road and Seasons Way in Antioch. Officers tased the driver to get him under control. They arrested him here in Davidson County, and he will face a number of charges, including felony evading, reckless endangerment, and unlawful possession of drugs. More breaking news now. Police are looking for a witness they believe saw a deadly shooting at Waffle House. Metro detectives want to talk to this witness you see in the surveillance photos with his hands up at the bottom. Police aren't sure who he is, but they say he fled with several other people after that shooting, and they left in a small blue car. And here's a look at the scene on White Bridge Pike Sunday. 36-year-old Robert Singh was killed after an argument outside that restaurant ended in gunfire. If you recognize the witness or you have any information, call Crime Stoppers 615-742-7463. Happening now, a gunman is on the run. Officers say the shooting happened at the Sudacom Homes last night on Charles E. Davis Boulevard. Investigators say a group was gathered there when someone pulled a gun and opened fire. The victim is in serious condition. No word yet on a motive or the suspect's identity. Stay with News Channel 5 for updates. Also new this morning, Clarksville police have their hands full working to solve 2 armed robberies. Investigators believe they could be connected because they happened about 30 minutes apart and the suspect descriptions are similar. Witnesses say 2 men wearing black hoodies with bandanas covering their faces robbed a Dollar General and a Papa Murphy's at gunpoint last night. If you can help, call Crime Stoppers there at 931-645-TIPS. And it's still unclear this morning if anyone will face charges after a deadly crash near MTSU's campus. One person was killed yesterday morning and 5 others were rushed to the hospital after that crash on Main Street in Murfreesboro. As soon as police release those identities of those involved, we will pass that along to you. And military officials are investigating after this bus full of Marines goes up in flames. The bus was on I-24 near Monteagle, headed to Nashville yesterday when it suddenly caught fire. About 40 Marines were on board, but fortunately they all got out safely. The Monteagle Fire Department put out the flames and invited the Marines to their Labor Day fundraiser.
We'll feed them. So we fed them lunch. They played cornhole while we finished setting up. And, we went and bought more foods for our fundraiser. But we fed those guys and we're happy to do it. Thankful for their service.
The men and women from Camp Lejeune got to Nashville safely yesterday afternoon. Stay with NewsChannel5.com for continuing coverage of Marine Week.